What's going on, everyone? We're back in week 11 of our Dolphins franchise. Simulated through the, well, not simulated, did everything for the bye week, and at the end, and upgraded players from bye week, training camp this week, and training from the game in we're in week 11, week 10 bye, so week 9. If you've been paying attention to what EA's been releasing, EA released not all, but some of the running back overalls with grades and stats and attributes and whatever else. So in the previous video, I touched on Christian McCaffrey being a 99. Derrick Henry's a 93 for 21. I think that's pretty fair. I don't think there was a running back more pivotal to his team's success. I think Derrick Henry realistically could have been a 99, and people might have wanted to complain because of his speed or whatever else, but I mean his playoff run and his work in, I think it was like the last 8 weeks of the season, was just ridiculous. You're not beating that. Give me a second. Then during the so under Derrick Henry, it's Ezekiel Elliott at 92, Nick Chubb 92. This is in order. This is the top 11 running backs. So you're gonna hear some people there that weren't there in Madden 20, and some people have definitely dropped. Under Nick Chubb, it's Dalvin Cook at a 91, Saquon Barkley at a 91. I'm a little surprised he's not higher, but I understand. Aaron Jones at a 90, Joe Mixon 89, Alvin Kamara is only an 88. Josh Jacobs, huge upgrade, is an 88 also. And then you have under Josh Jacobs is the 10th highest rated running back. Behind him is Melvin Gordon. So, big takeaway that I have from that, there's no Le'Veon Bell. Miles Sanders isn't there. Miles Sanders has to be an 84 or less. Probably an 83. I don't know what Le'Veon Bell's overall is going to be. I think it's crazy that he isn't at the very least an 85. I understand he's not been as productive with the Jets as he was with the Seals. I got that. I understand that. But I think the talent's there, whether the production isn't, if that makes sense. You know, it's a product. He's more or less a product of the throwaway or get sacked. He's more or less a product of the inability of the offensive line. And well, who's my backup? Nash. Oh, that's right. Nash is mobile. Okay. You just have. I'm surprised that. I'm also going to touch on the speed ratings that I think are just all over the place. I think some players that are noticeably faster than others and play and handle faster than others are as fast as slower players, if that makes sense. Maybe the handling will be different, and maybe once you throw in the stick play and everything else, it changes, but I don't entirely see that. So the biggest thing that I took away, right, and if you paid attention to fantasy or whatever else, I'm just going to compare. All right, we're going to go Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones, right? I am not doubting. I'll not be able to turn this game. Okay. I'm not saying that that Aaron Jones wasn't productive for Green Bay. He really was. He was that rushing attack, and that's outstanding, and he deserves to be proud and whatever else. However, just based off of Madden's speed, Dalvin Cook's speed, 91. Aaron Jones' speed, 91. Dalvin Cook's acceleration is a 92. Aaron Jones is a 93. They have the exact same agility at 94. I'm sorry. Aaron Jones is not and does not accelerate faster than Dalvin Cook. Aaron Jones is a power back. Maybe he can drop weight and do whatever else, but he is a bruiser. Period. Aaron Jones, I think, is quicker. Is at least from a Madden standpoint, is listed as quicker or has better agility and acceleration. The speed is the same as guys like Joe Mixon, maybe even like Saquon, and that's not the case. I understand players progress. I understand this is There are Madden ratings adjusted that it's their job and they take pride in it, and they should, 100%. However, Aaron Jones is not some speedster. We go to Joe Mixon, 91 speed, 93 XL, 92 agility. Aaron Jones, 91 speed, 93 XL, 94 agility. Saquon Barkley and Aaron Jones have the same acceleration. Just stop. I don't understand that. Alvin Kamara's speed is an 89. I think his top end speed is a lot better than that. Aaron Jones is faster and has better acceleration than Ezekiel Elliott. I don't agree with that. I don't understand that. I understand Melvin Gordon being an 84. I understand he's not in the top 10 anymore. He's the 11th best running back. It is what it is. Such is life. I got it. And I agree with that. I can understand Le'Veon Bell being a cusp running back because of statistically he has not been as dominant as other running backs in the same time period over the past 2 years. I completely agree. But Aaron Jones not being there, or Aaron Jones being there and being as at least between speed, acceleration, and agility, having the stats to just be dominating is surprising. I wouldn't have. Well, I didn't expect that. They also have rookie running back ratings out. J.K. Dobbins is going to be a steal, and I want to see the second tier or the second wave of running backs, how their stats line up. Because me personally, I don't. If I'm gonna go out and get a running back, it's not gonna be a top tier guy. It's not. But depending on the team, if because I'm going to use the Dolphins next year, that's just the reality. Depending on the team, if I can go out and get a second tier guy, and then I can move Braid or Howard for picks or whatever else, that seems pretty doable. I'm interested to see the tiers of wide receiver, and I want to see the amount that speed actually. Ooh, there we go. That speed actually plays, or the how the speeds are rated for wide receivers. Also want to see how many like fringe wide receivers. Fringe isn't the right word. How many wide receivers are in that 95 to 98 range? Guys that like Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins. Oh. I also want to see what Devontae Parker's at, because if EA has him at like an 85 or higher, that will blow my mind. Stephon Diggs, I want to see where he's at. Adam Thielen, I want to see where he's at. Devontae Adams, I want to see where he's at. There are just some big name wide receivers that I think are going to take up that 98 to 92 range, and they're names that in the past the argument was most likely for them to be a 99 or well above what they're rated in this year's Madden. Ooh, he turned that. That's come on. Wow, seriously? Barrios, okay. Yeah, I screwed that one up. Just touching on rookie running backs, J.K. Dobbins, 91 speed, 90 XL, 87 agility. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was the LSU running back that the Chiefs drafted, pick 32. So, he didn't really strike me as a power back. I guess maybe I didn't watch enough LSU games. Maybe I just didn't pay close enough attention. He has 86 speed, 89 acceleration, 89 agility. I don't really get it. They gave him an 89 carry, which, okay. But then you go to guys like Cam Akers and DeAndre Swift that could just smoke this guy. Maybe he ran a bad 40 or something. Maybe it's just whatever. I don't know. I don't think he is that slow, though. Maybe he'll progress easier. Maybe he's a hidden dev trait and is able to turn into a superstar or an X Factor as a rookie, whereas any other and every other running back would be locked in as a, what's what I'm looking for? As maybe a star or normal, I guess is what it is. It's not slow anymore, it's normal. So, I mean, maybe that's what I'm missing, is that he might not have the speed, but the dev trait will make up for it. I hope that's the case, because I think that speed is really going to make him hard to fit into the Kansas City Chiefs program. Or, you know what, maybe it was done so then the Chiefs didn't have, I don't know this, but say Travis Kelce might be like the 5th fastest tight end, and Hill is the fastest wide receiver. You've then got Sammy Watkins, who could be a top 10 in speed. You know, Nicole Hardman is also a speedster. Maybe putting speed at the running back position would create too much of a mismatch and would make would spoil the fun for the users or for anyone. That I can understand that. I'll buy that. Nash is actually doing pretty well. Throwing the run is a lot better than the throw it, dog. That was supposed to go to Grant. So I'll believe that. I can see where the concern was that if you put too much speed on one team, the game will not be fun for people that are LA Charger fans, Raiders fans, or Broncos fans. I can see that. But if that's really the argument, then I want to see what the Broncos wide receivers look like, because Hamler and Judy, speed. So if Hamilton has any sort of speed, and if Hamilton and Cortland Sutton, if they have any sort of speed, I mean, all you did was just take it from one AFC West team and say, yeah, well, we're just not going to give them an obnoxious amount of speed, but you know what? The Broncos can have it.
They forgot to account for the man with the football. Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense?
I also think Nicole Hardman will probably be like a mid-70 for this year, which I think if he's lower than that, it is legitimately going to be his route running. And okay, sure. I don't think running routes is as big in the NFL. 3 or 4 years ago, yeah, huge. But it feels kind of like if there's if you're fast and you can find open space or soft spots in zone, because not a lot of teams are just playing flat out cover zero. Very few teams have 2 dominant corners. You know, they might have one that's their starter or their guy, but very few teams have a true #1 lockdown corner like Patrick Peterson in his prime lockdown. Not. Oh my God.
So Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
There we go. But that's really what I want to see, and I just think there's going to be a lot of, you know, maybe an upper 80 has become the new 90, you know? Maybe because of the stick play and whatever else, overall it's not really become less relevant, but if you have solid stick play, that's alliteration. You can use lower tier players and get upper tier results.
And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day. Because
I would like to get Gesicki open for this, but I don't see that happening.
Well aware of his playmaking ability. Looking to throw. Nash. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
It would have been great to get Weaver these stats, but you know, Bruce Sternum is a Bruce Sternum. Can't really do much about that. Ooh.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Darrell Henderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
Oh, well, Henderson can carry the rock.
Prater for the extra point. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now.
Oh, whenever Madden 21 does come out, I will most likely, well, not most likely, I will try to see what, not glitchy plays, but plays that are just a little bit overpowered, similar to this cover 0 that I'm running here. Who stripped him? Was that Ngakoue? Yep.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that.
I mean, he didn't fumble it. Darnold did. Again, Darnold also been sacked, I think, like 5 times.
It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So
Sam Darnold leading the offense out.
it'll be interesting to see what. I'm really surprised that Le'Veon wasn't in 90. You know, I understand the production's gone down. I understand it. I'm not going to debate or I'm not going to try to debate the statistical difference between Le'Veon when he was with the Steelers compared to Le'Veon when now that he's with the Jets. Because there's a difference. There's a noticeable difference. I don't think that's him as a player, though. I don't think that's the player's fault. You know, I don't think it's because, Jesus. Fourth? I don't think that's a player's fault. I think it's coaching, play calling, offensive line a little bit, decision making. It's a lot of stuff. And for him to not even, unless he is a flat out in 84, and the issue with him is going to be injury and toughness, okay, I don't love it, but I'll buy it a little bit. I thought he was going to be like an 88, and maybe his carrying wouldn't have been that great. Something, I don't know. I feel like he didn't fumble that much last year, but to flat out not even have him in the 80s, to where he's below an 85, that okay. That to me just sounds unbelievable. Gurley wasn't in that list. Devontae Freeman wasn't in that list. There are. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Ooh! I need you to turn around. Aw, I wasn't even trying to throw that.
And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown.
Going the other way.
Great.
That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously, something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, I didn't.
The team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra points.
I mean, he's my backup quarterback. Is that really a huge deal?
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Sonny Michel wasn't on there. White wasn't on there.
Start at the 32-yard line.
It's gonna be. I think it'll be kind of interesting to see how this all shapes out, and if I think running backs are gonna be real cheap and real easy.
So what they're seeing so far is
burn a timeout.
Things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Well, this is caught by Williams.
Ooh.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary.
I was
exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Such is life. Oh well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Brought in over the middle by
4,
Grant.
3.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the
Sink that, please. Thank you.
Trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will do it for the. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ooh, that was dirty. I hope he. If he only had a little bit more acceleration or top end speed just to be able to. Ooh, I should have benched him.
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Roll.
Dancing to his left.
Back.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
Whoever their outside linebacker is isn't really that great. So.
It's complete to Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And I can't score.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
I know. I'm supposed to score with Nash, but it's just too appealing.
Second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for.
So I've been scrolling through the the running back listings because they released the rookie running back rating. So if you remember from the draft, there's a guy named Lynn Bowden Jr. He was the quarterback, running back, receiver from Kentucky. He ended up playing all 3 positions because of injury and skill set and whatever else. He's on the Raiders, and I want to say he's probably their 2nd string or 3rd string running back. People fell in love with Braxton Miller and Terrell Pryor and their ability to, be quarterbacks, or you put them a wide receiver, or you sign them to a wide receiver contract, you move them to quarterback, and the flexibility that they brought. He might be the most versatile piece in Madden 21, more so than Taysom Hill. And I like Taysom Hill. I am a huge Taysom Hill fan. Like, I'll buy stock in Taysom Hill all day. But his catching is okay. Route running, not really a specialty. But he can throw on the run. His accuracy for throwing the ball isn't all that great. I'll just throw that one out there right now. I would like to see if crap. Can I audible? Thank you. Not enough time to set everything. There we go. I want to see what his throwing power is before I start reading off his throwing to pressure and break sack. Break sack is a 54. Spin and juker through the roof.
Right now, the play caller's
Did I miss
thinking,
it?
what have I done before?
Oh,
This
TP.
worked
There we
well
go.
that I can go to right now.
THP is 60. So, I mean, not the best throwing power. So, to actually cultivate him as a starting quarterback, very difficult, right? Probably not feasible or doable. But if you're a Lynn Bowden fan, or you're a Raiders fan and whatever, can't get a rookie quarterback, can't figure it out, his speed and what he can actually do, it is Terrell Pryor-esque. And I think he's someone that is worth paying attention to. Maybe someone, it'll be interesting to see if Mutt lets you start sliding people around and see if someone starts running like Lynn Bowden at quarterback. Just say in Mutt salary cap or something like that. Just to try to slide him to a different position, move him around. It would take some work and it would take some stick play, but if you could run like a midline or a veer or a pitch read option with him, you let your whatever string running back, take or a wildcat, you let your third string running back grab the ball, so then you're not getting Derek Carr get beat up. And he's got a little bit of route running, not a lot, but he's got enough. His route running is about as good as Jakeem Grant's year 1 for this game. So I think there might be some versatility there. Oh, I need someone to. Thank you. Thielen has more yards in this game than he's had the entire season. The line's blocking a lot, but I mean it's going to be against the 0-9 Jets, so
First down, here's Love. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final
I honestly think trading for him was premature. Having Gus Edwards and Kai Blades. Even though Kai got injured earlier, so that would have only left me 2 running backs. But I mean, might have gotten probably a little premature there. Hundo? I need 9 more yards. Okay.
Looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of the offense.
How are you tired? Buddy, what are you doing? Come on, big fella. Oh, there goes Taco.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull.
Whee! Had to run all. That was a little bit longer of a run than what I wanted.
Touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Let's see.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Love has a touchdown. Henderson has 3, so that's 4. Nash has 2, so that's 6. Fumble recovery for a touchdown. Puts me at 7. Yeah, all my touchdowns have been on the ground. Well, except for Trevor Williams. Trevor Williams with the fumble recovery. Come on, just break Barrios, please. Why is he back on the field? I thought he got injured.
New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives.
Ooh, I could have put Barnett in.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him.
Bye-bye.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second.
Oh, that's supposed to be a screen?
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
Oh, why is Van Grinkle out? Okay. Whatever, dude. I'll make adjustments. Figure it out.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That's fine.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
I thought he was gonna. I didn't think Xavier Howard was gonna get there. I don't know why I can't get. Like I've done other franchises, and Xavier Howard has been a beast. But I don't know. I just can't get the same productions. 31. Yeah. Oh, it's just weird. It's just not.
First down, Miami.
It's got to be something I'm doing or something I'm not doing.
The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But you know,
will this work?
College football, I saw a game that team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent, and in the NFL in the 2017 season.
Ooh, he was there.
Those changing of the guard games. A team that hadn't been very good before.
Okay.
Was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
There we go.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question. And this is caught.
Ooh.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
This is caught. Nothing at all.
Tick.
It'll be second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't.
You weren't number 17.
Throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to run the ball.
I think they were hoping to get
I am not behind schedule. It's second and goal. I can walk this ball in like that. Oh, crazy. I hate that. I hate the commentary when it's just like they're behind on down and distance or whatever, and you're on. It's goal. You know, it's not like I got sacked for 10 yards or something crazy happened. There were like 3 fumbles, and I'm on. You know, I'm 30 yards away from the goal line now. But
it's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think we've got no shot to beat this team.
Oh well.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Go, baby.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And right
I
now
don't want
guys,
Van Grinkle there.
Shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
What? I need you to get up. Get airborne, Williams. If you get a pick there, you got a fumble recovery for a touchdown. You got a pick.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Okay. It's all right. That's why I have Jerome Baker.
Escape and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there.
Oh, not yet. Ngakwe is back on. Ngakwe is on the inside. Oh no, I got my D tap is in.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten.
Get down.
And he'll go down right around the
Okay, I'm gonna
this time.
get my D lineman back in there. Boom.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
Sherman,
sometimes they'll just take a corner. Maybe they
make that play on the ball. Pick that sucker off. That's in there. All right.
Just keep mixing it up, getting different angles.
Trying to give me the ball back. I'll take that.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he's able to get this one.
That's Quincy Enunwa? And I can't.
It'll go as a gain of 11
Give him here.
and a Jets first down.
There.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to
So if
escape, and he goes down.
what
Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is
That's why.
absolutely extraordinary.
Because
Let's
I
just
put him
face
in
it.
as my sub.
This
Okay.
offensive line
All right.
cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Yeah. So if you have a wide receiver that's just beating the crap out of you, and you're on a defense, play him, pull back a little bit, pull back like 10 yards, and then just hold down L2 or left trigger if you're on Xbox. And then boom, just like that. What? He's on one leg. Is that OJ? They have OJ how? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Got the win.
Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they keep
311 yards and no touchdown.
Start the year, and they'll get a few days to save.
Little chuckle. Dee 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 dee. Ooh, Ngakwe got an upgrade. Alrighty. One more point, and then he's in there. Block shedding got better. Ooh, Eric Rowe. Keep forgetting I have him. This is coverage I need to upgrade. There we go. Do I not have another? Huh. Okay. He's from my practice squad from last year. Huh. Just thinking. Oh, 5 touchdowns, 2. Really? Okay. Such is. Stats. Second. Okay, receiving. Jakeem Gesicki. Oh, everyone else has gone down. Okay, so pretty much I'm only going to Gesicki and Grant, which is problem. Ooh. I need to rotate Ngakwe. I need to move him from one side to the other. Depth chart. Because he's already at 34.5. I'm at I just finished week 10. So let's put you go there. Ngakwe goes back to left end. Right end is Hunter. Boom, boom. Okay. I need to do that for. I would have swapped them. Sure did. That's just something to do. Like, periodically check what players are doing what, how they're doing statistically. If you have a guy that's on, like, the last year of his deal, don't... Oh. No, that was right. Huh. Weird. If you have a guy on the last year of his deal and you know you're not going to keep him, there's no point in getting him stats. Is it the awareness? Is it the no? Well, Crocker can't catch. That's a bit of a problem. But I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna knock out training real quick and then wrap up scouting. Let me get star superstar. Ooh. Take Pryor out. Let me put Crocker in there. And I realize I don't have to. I understand that. It's just I thought he would be producing a lot better. He's just not yet. Like I wanted him to be a true #1 corner that would just shut offenses down, and it's just not happening. Who do I got? No, Josh Jones. But Josh Jones has been a very pleasant surprise. 80? Ooh. What ability? Come on. What? No? Okay. Dang. Oh, I also have been scouting wide receivers and running backs. I realize I'm not going to do a draft. I might still play this just for fun in my own leisure time, but I'm not going to make more videos at the end of the season. Assuming I can find a player that got picked up on his 5th round option on my team, so I can show just different advantages or disadvantages to it. I really like the 5th round option. I'm happy that Madden added that. But thanks for watching. Be sure to watch the next video. It's going to be week 12 against the Pats. Again, thank you.